Yo. All right, what's going on, guys? We're back here. We're back. Wait, hold on. All right, so I'm not really sure if the mic is working how I want it to. I'm just trying to make sure the mic is actually. Okay. Well, yeah, it seemed like it is. All right, guys. Anyway, let's jump right back into it. So the whole AB situation really, from the beginning, I kind of felt like he was never going to play for us just because of how he left Pittsburgh. Obviously, you know Antonio Brown wants to play, but like, for example, when he showed up at Derek Carr's house all happy and hugging him, that was a good moment for us and everything. But I felt like he was really just trying to, like, kind of put that out there more for the Steelers to see, like, look at me with my new team and all of that, more than it being just him genuinely happy to be a Raider. But then, you start hearing how much he's linking up with Derek Carr and playing and practicing out of practice, like outside the facility, like meeting up, using his own time to practice. And then you start thinking, okay, this could work. But obviously you're excited the whole time, like with the prospect of him actually playing, because that's what I was waiting on. I was waiting on, like, week one for him to get out on the field, for Antonio Brown to actually be playing for us, to get, like, I was already excited. I'm not gonna lie. I was already predicting us on, like, all social media platforms to surprise the world and have a surprise Super Bowl birth/victory. And I had it all planned out, guys. Like, the AFC West was going to send 3 teams to the playoffs: Chiefs, Chargers, and the Raiders. We were going to slither in there with like a 10-6, get the wild card, and fucking grind our way to the AFC Championship, overcome Brady, and then whoever was waiting for us that came out of the NFC in the Super Bowl. Like, I had it all planned out. It was so beautiful. It was going to be so beautiful, guys. Like, think about it. You got AB, Terrell Williams on the outside. So it's like, obviously you gotta double, or at least think about doubling AB. Right? I mean, not every play of the game, but he's going to take advantage of you if you try to, whatever coverage you're running, if you try to man him up. I mean, how many corners in the league are you going to say can really honestly man cover Antonio Brown? And then he's just going to decimate your zone. So the point is, he's going to draw, like, a lot of attention. Like, there's not too many receivers that's going to draw more or as much attention to himself on the field as Antonio Brown. Now, off the field, that's a whole nother ball game. Like, but we're going to get into that later. But yeah, guys, I was just looking at it like, we have Antonio Brown, which is going to draw like a lot, like all the attention, while you have Tyrell Williams, who people sleep on the other side, also a deep threat, also a lot faster than people think. He's also 6'4", good hands, good guy. We also have my boy Jake from State Farm, Hunter Renfro. You know, I call him Julian Edelman with morals, like because they play the slot position the same way, like hard nose, like great hands, um, gonna lay it all out on the line to catch the ball, like do your job type of guy. Like I'm honestly surprised the Patriots didn't take Hunter Renfro, to be honest with you, because he just seems like that type of guy. So I was really happy to get him in the 5th round. And then Darren Waller. Darren Waller's the guy I've been putting on Madden. I've been putting him on the Raiders in Madden, like picking him up in free agency or trading for him for years, just because of how, like, he's young, he's fast, he's big, he's strong, everything. Obviously, he has to learn the tight end position because he formerly was a wide receiver. But I'm just thinking, like, with Antonio Brown and his gravity drawing all of that off the play. Plus, if you look at our offensive line, you got to think this was before Gabe Jackson went down. But we just got the Black Mountain Trent Brown. Colton Miller is another year. He's healthy now. He's stronger. Like I said, a year under his belt. Incognito's a nutcase, but he's also a Pro Bowler. So I was like, shit, put him on the line too. Of course, Rodney Hudson. I mean, that goes without saying. But anyway, I really loved our team. And then that was just the offense. I really loved the moves we made on defense. Granted, like, we're really young. But, if you think about our last year's draft picks, Maurice Hurst, PJ Hall, Arden Key, they all have a year in the game now. They're all bigger, faster, stronger. I don't know about faster, but, you would hope. And they're more comfortable in the game. And you saw that during preseason. Plus, all the rookies. Look at Abrams. Look at Trayvon Mullen. I really liked Isaiah Johnson out of Houston until he took that knee to the head. And I think they said he might be out till like week 8. So I don't know what the hell happened to him. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I really still love this team because everybody I'm naming that I love, like, it's still there. It's just minus Antonio Brown. But I'm just saying my initial prediction or hope for the team or dream for the team, I guess you could say, going 10-6, probably getting a wild card, slithering, into the AFC championships against Brady, slithering past him somehow and winning the Super Bowl. Like, excuse me. That's because of the type of shit Antonio Brown is capable of doing. And the gravity, like, it's not even about him catching the ball and catching touchdowns because he's going to do that. But when he's not doing that, he's drawing, the attention of the defense. We bring him in motion across the field. You don't think everybody on the defense is paying attention to that? And then you have all these other players that I was naming that, that's just going to open up so many opportunities. But we don't have that anymore. And, we don't have that anymore, but we still have, like, weapons. Like, I don't want, but damn, it just would have been great to have, that decoy, if you will. But as far as Antonio Brown, I never really thought he was going to play. Like, I had a strange feeling he was never going to play. I think I even said that a couple times, like on the social media or whatever. Like, I just have a feeling this dude is not going to play. Like, he's going to do something, because it was like every single day it was something new with him in the headlines. And that's just something you hate to see with a player in your team, on your team. Like, you never want to see them in the headlines for the wrong reason every other day. And so actually it's funny because, like, last night when when they announced that they announced that he wasn't going to be suspended, he was going to play, I was like excited. I was celebrating. I'm like, let's go. The Super Bowl runs back on. We finna do it. Stayed up real late drinking some Pure White, and by the time I woke up, probably around noon, shit, AB's released. And honestly, yesterday I had a feeling that would happen because when they start talking about excuse me, when they start talking about the guaranteed money language in your contract, like, oh, well, if you do this, you void your guarantees. Hey, what's up, man? What shit? I can't even think of what I'm smoking on right now, the name, but I'll show you some of it, though. It's pretty nice. A little something. But yeah, man, anytime they start talking about like contract guarantees and being able to like void that shit for something you do, it's not too often they're like, not gonna void it. So I feel like he knew because damn, yeah, this shit is fire. Don't man, you see me over here. Like I feel like Antonio Brown knew exactly what he was doing when he uploaded that picture of the fines, because first of all, the fines were like minimal for what you got 37 million guaranteed or whatever it was. Like what's 50,000 to you? Like you got that in jewelry around your neck during the game probably. Like you don't care about the 50,000, you just don't want to play or whatever. I mean, it's not because I definitely think he wants to play, but maybe not with us. And I don't know. I don't understand it. Like I'm trying to understand it from his perspective. Like you got the contract you wanted, but now you voided on some like, petty shit. Like the only reason you would do that is if you wanted to like, force your way out of somewhere like you kind of did in Pittsburgh, but it's like you signed here. You like literally just signed here. So I don't understand why he would then force his way out of it again. Maybe there's something I'm missing as far as like how much we have to pay him or we don't have to pay him. Because when you say you can void his guarantees, then that means you void him all his guaranteed money, and then he doesn't get any money in game checks or practice checks or whatever because he's not going to be on the team. So in my mind, we didn't, like I said, I'm probably mistaken on how that works, but exactly, like it's damn near sabotage, like Trav just said. Like I just don't understand like what he got out of that. Like that's the part I want to know. So if somebody knows, if you could explain that to me in the comments, that would help me out a lot, because I'm just trying to look at it from an AB perspective. Like, you try to like this like mindset of an optimistic Raiders fan, because I'm an optimistic Raider fan. I've been a Raider fan my whole life, so I have no choice but to be optimistic, especially because we were so bad, for so many years. It's like, so when yeah, people still laugh at me for my, the Raiders, like the us 10-6 wild card slithering to the Super Bowl shit. Like they still laugh at me for that, but like that shit wouldn't have even been like a joke. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like that wouldn't have even been a possibility to even like get off on in a conversation back in the day. Like 2004 or 5, the Jamarcus Russell era, 2006, 7. Like shit like that. But you try to rock with AB, like we tried to rock with AB, like okay, he cryotherapy, he had the wrong shit, wrong footwear, fucked up his feet. All right, let's move on, give him the time he needs. Then the helmet thing, it's like you try to give him the benefit of the doubt on that, but then it's like, well shit, Brady and Aaron Rodgers had the same situation, so y'all have known about it for years and you just decide to just ignore it, and then when they find you or tell you can't wear it, then you want to start investigating new helmets and shit. Like I just don't feel like AB's that, I don't feel like he's that, I don't want to say stupid, but it's like you gotta feel like he knows what he's doing. But I just want to know why. Like what's the play? Like are you trying to go to the Patriots on a veteran minimum? Like you should have did that before coming here, like, so what is he getting out of the contract that he signed with us if it's voided guarantees or whatever? All right, so Trav says, in my opinion, it's between him and Gruden, but they both not spilling the beans. Long story short, something happened in the front office. Oh, for sure. But see, that already came out though. Him and Mayock, they, I don't see. That's the thing though. I think it's him and Mayock for sure, but it's like, because you got to think Mayock is Gruden's boy, so Gruden got to kind of have his back too. But they kind of playing good cop, bad cop, because Mayock's always been the guy that's like, look, Antonio, remember he left practice with that helmet shit, and Mayock was like, all right, you all in or you all out, Yeah, no, well, yeah, you got to know that it's shit behind the scenes, but I'm saying that's all we have to go on is like what actually came out, So, but I think Gruden was the guy. Like, think about it though. Think about how much time Gruden spent in the film room in the in his office drawing up plays for Antonio Brown. Gruden's the guy that's trying to make this work, if nobody else. Think about it. Because if Gruden wants you gone, like Gruden was the last person that want Antonio Brown gone in the Raiders organization. Like, I promise you that. Like Derek Carr probably wanted him gone more so than, you know, than Gruden did. Because like the type of shit Antonio starts saying, like AB starts saying, how you gonna find? I can't remember the exact quote, but remember when he was like, "How you gonna find your best, your only hope," or some shit like that. I can't remember the exact quote, but basically he was just saying like, "Hey, this team's not shit without me." And so I feel like at that point he already lost the other 52 guys on the roster, in my opinion, because at that point it's like we don't need you. We've been out here grinding this entire summer, this entire off season without you. You came here for like 2-3 practices. I mean, probably more than that, but in comparison to what the guys that's here every day, like, because first of all, I remember when I played football, like, we probably all played like little league football and shit like that. Like, if you were a guy that was late to practice, the whole team had to run. If you were a guy that did something wrong, the whole team got punished. There was no like, oh, one person go do this. I mean, like very rarely, like one person might have to go do some individual shit for, maybe something he did outside of the team. But in general, like as a team, we held each other accountable because the mistakes we made affected the rest of our teammates. So like very rarely would we, like very rarely would you see, a guy come out and say, "Oh, well, this team can't do nothing without me," and expect to, come into the team. Especially a guy that hasn't played a single game with a team, though. Like if this is a 10-year vet that's been, having a team on the back and he has an outburst, then maybe we can forgive him, especially if it's true. But this is a guy that, it wasn't even at camp, bro. Talking about, so at that point, I felt like, damn, like that's I felt like that was the straw that probably broke the camel's back, because with him in the front office, I feel like the players can, like the locker room can probably be salvaged if it's between him and Mike Mayock or him in the front office, because that has nothing to do with other players. But when you throw the rest of the roster into it, it's like, damn, now that's going to at least affect the chemistry with the entire team if he's on it. So my hope is that we just didn't lose a single penny behind it. We already lost a 3rd and a 5th draft pick. The Steelers are somewhere cackling about it. It is what it is at this point. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. I'm thinking worst case scenario, we go 8-8. Like if we can fight, because we have a difficult schedule. Don't forget that we have a very difficult schedule. If we can fight to an 8-8, like I'm still not ruling out a 10-6, but I really wish we would have kept somebody like Doss just to have on the roster, because like you got to anticipate Antonio doing something stupid. I don't know. I just really like that kid, Doss. I felt like he had potential, especially for like an undrafted guy, hometown kid, I'm not saying he would have started or anything, just depth. Like I still like Rico Gafford on our practice squad just for the speed, like, because that's what I hate about the Chiefs, bro. Like I understand Tyreek Hill, why he went so late in the draft, because there was some off the field things. But just I really want that freakish speed on the Raiders that like every time he touches the ball, he can go to the house, And I'm not saying Rico Gafford is that, but him and JJ Nelson are both like 4'2", 40 guys. So, we'll see. They're definitely fast as hell. So to have to, get them on the field a few times a game, we need more home run threats, because that's what the Chiefs continue to do. You see how they scooped up Mecole Hardman, or Mecole. I'm not sure if it's Mecole or McCole, however it's pronounced. But, that's basically another one of these super fast guys that they're going to put in that offense and have him running all kind of motions and jet sweeps. And, man, I don't even want to think about it. But it's going to be a fun season either way. Either way, the NFL is back, guys. So I'm happy about that. I am sad that we don't get to see AB on the Raiders like ever. I wish they could have waited till like year 2 to do this. Like at least play 1 year, bro. Like let's just see what happens. you know? Because now what? Now what is he gonna do? Go to, like I said, Patriots on some like low ball contract and act right and get a ring? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Belichick would accept AB, or do you think AB would you know, like, damn, bro, that's scary. I don't even want to talk about that no more, bro. Bro, if AB went to the Patriots, I'm done. Because like we already have no choice but to acknowledge TB12, but the tragedy of his career. Remember that like perfect season they had, that 16-0 season with Randy Moss, and they lost the Super Bowl to like Eli Manning, bro? What if he got like an AB and AB like behaved himself or something? That'd be ridiculous. Damn. Oh, but anyway, enough about AB, bro. Let's talk about our current team. One of my favorite players from Madden, honestly, that I've been putting on the Raiders for a long time has been Darren Waller. So almost, I can't remember where I was, to be honest, but when they announced that we had picked up Darren Waller, I almost, like, I stopped what I was doing and damn, I can't remember. Like, I don't know. I was just excited as fuck because I always put Darren Waller on the Raiders in my franchise mode because, you know, he would be like a free agent or some shit. So crazy speed, crazy height, former wide receiver. He's like a younger version of Jared Cook that we had last year, bro. And see that I hate to bring up AB again, but my whole thing with AB was he's going to draw so much attention. Plus, we had Tyrell Williams. Plus, we had Jake from State Farm, Hunter Renfro. Oh man, it was gonna be beautiful, bro. Darren Waller was gonna be like somebody was gonna be open every play, like in my mind. But yeah, shout out to Broken Dreams. He says he's new. What's up, bro? But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you're a Raiders fan, let me know what you think the Raiders are gonna go. Shit, if you're not a Raiders fan, let me know what you think the Raiders are gonna go. Cause see, I'm biased. Like I'm gonna be honest, I'm a lifelong Raiders fan, so I have no choice but to tell you the Raiders are gonna do as good as I think they can do. And I'm not ruling out, like I said, my initial 10-6 slithering to a Super Bowl. But you know, a lot of that depends on the division and all of that. So we'll see. But not the Patriots, bro. I swear, bro, if the Patriots get AB, because mind you, week 1 is tomorrow. I mean, how? Oh, damn, bro. I mean, I guess he has until like week 8, the trade deadline, to sign somewhere. But damn. Because Nicole Harry, you got damn, bro. I do not want to start thinking about the Patriots roster. Guys, who do y'all have coming out the NFC though? I've been hearing a lot of Eagles fans chirping. I've been hearing a lot of Cowboys fans, but I mean, Cowboys fans always do that. But who do y'all have coming out of the NFC? Shit, Seattle with Jadeveon Clowney, not bad either, to be honest. Damn, man. You know what? I'm feeling more 9-7. The more of this joint I smoke, the more 9-7, 10-6 I'm feeling for this team. Because I feel like it could unify us, you know? Like AB took a shit on this entire organization. Are we gonna sit here and allow this? Like, or are we gonna tell him like, are we, you know, just let him do what he do and continue to succeed anyway and make him wish he would have stayed and played in that silver and black? I think, to me, in my mind, that's what's going on in the locker room right now. But let me know what you think in the comments. But if I was the coach, well, no, I wouldn't say that if I was the coach, but if I was one of the players, that's how I would feel. Because when he said, like, how you gonna suspend this team's only hope or whatever, like, if you were one of the other 52 guys on that roster, how would you feel about that? Like, I'm sure, like most people, you've played like some type of little league sport or something. If one guy decided, like if one guy missed practice and got mad at the coach for like giving him some type of punishment and quit the team, like, and then told your whole team and all the fans in the entire world basically that y'all weren't gonna be shit without him, how would you feel about that? So imagine being a professional and all of this being in the spotlight. But yeah. Anyways, I mean, would have been nice to have AB out there, but it is what it is. So moving on. I'm thinking, like I said, 9-7, 8-8 at the worst case. Best case scenario, like I said, a wild card slither and making it into the playoffs. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me know what y'all think. Like I said, I want to know who y'all think's coming out of the NFC. I've been hearing a lot of Eagles fans talking, a lot of Cowboys fans, but let me know. I don't really care. If it's not Raiders, I don't really care. But other than that, smoke out.